Congratulations to Derrick Rose. He's going to have his Chicago Bulls jersey retired January 24th, 2026. Um, he will be he'll join Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Jerry Sloan, and Bob Love. He'll just be the fifth Bulls. That tells you how rare that is that they retire numbers there. And that's what he meant. He was an MVP 2011, I remember. And he played his heart out there. You know, it was unfortunate with that injury in that round against the Sixers where he got hurt. Why Tibbs played him, I'll never know. Because his career was never quite the same. But he was a special guard when he played. You know, I used to always tell buddy of mine, I said, if Allen Iverson and Dwayne Wade had, combined the two elements, because he had this where he would contort his body and his movements. It was almost like Adrian Dantley in a way too. Got to throw AD in there because he could get any shot he wanted. He could dribble. He could score. He had an incredible uncanny ability to move. The only knocks I think against him, during that time is that they needed a scorer. He didn't push. Joakim Noah and them, those guys, and Luol Deng, those cats wanted to get like a Carmelo Anthony. He didn't push for it. That's the only thing. But he wasn't really into trying to, Carlos Boozer too, he wasn't trying to be showy. He just worked with what he had. And he didn't have a three-point shot at the time. It's kind of funny because years later, I remember that series against Cleveland, and then before he joined LeBron in Cleveland, and he hit that, what I call that bowling ball three off the backboard, and he developed a three kind of later in his career. But when he was in his peak, in his prime, he was one of the best, purest talents I had ever seen. The cat could flat out was a nightmare for you. If you weren't ready to guard him, he was like an octopus. It was like I said, he had that Adrian Dantley ability on the perimeter, like Kevin McHale did in the post. He had hands. He could utilize so much of a skill set. Top of the key, drive, roll. It was that one game I remember against the Lakers. And Kobe was looking at him and all because his handles, his movement, his motion, his swoop, you really had to be prepared for him. He was a very unique skill set. And it's just that it's unfortunate that it ended the way it did. And then, of course, how he ended up playing on different teams. And, it's kind of like it got blurred. Because it was like a guy that shot to the moon and the stars, and then it kind of went down, It's like within a 5-year window, he almost became like an old man, like an old by the way kind of situation. But at his peak in his prime, when he got that MVP, when he was